In this lesson, we're going to talk about different ways of creating projects. We have already talked about an address space, right? So you can type an address, go to the point, or go to the neighborhood, click on the house, on the property, and select it. But let's talk about land development option. So you click on land development. This area is, if you want to take a chunk of area, is limited to 20 acres. So let's say we go to perhaps Morgan Hills, California, right? Morgan Hills, California. So this is going to bring that section. Now you notice that this is allowed because it says 11.3. But let's say you go in and Morgan Hills is an area that has a lot of land. There is a lot of land around it, mostly agricultural. So let's go to this. And you notice still is too large, too large, too large, too large, too large, too large, too large. And as you get closer, it becomes now about 20 acres. And basically, this is a way for you to take 20 acres of a chunk and then do a site plan. So when I click it here and click a site plan, it will go in, I will do exact same thing and create a site plan. Everything else applies to it. Now have in mind that it could be that we might not have aerial imagery or any of that, but it will show in this area. And also have in mind that there is no property lines. We just took a chunk of land. You're going to have to draw your property line, which you can, which we're going to do in this second. So this is like a conceptual way of doing land development based on a chunk of land, right? This is one of the methods that we are going to use and basically use it to enhance the way we work with InQI. This is specially designed for land developers. Big chunk of land, and we're going to divide it into pieces, and we're going to build homes or split it out and sell it. So that's one method of doing that. So remember, we took 20 acres, right? So it takes a little bit of time to do 20 acres of analysis, but it comes back. So in this, we have all the data that we had in the local, with the exception of that we don't have solar information. There's no property, there's no house in the property. When you click on the property itself, on a land developed project, and once it opens up, because it's a chunk of land, it might be a little slower. But now you have all the aspects of what you want to do on your given property, right? It finds the property itself, is going to zoom into the section, and it's a huge lot. So when you basically go take it out, zoom it out, it has taken this huge lot, right? And you can develop a site plan, you can develop all kind of stuff in the same fashion. And you can see that the topography is also kept intact. So if I change into the Zen mode, you see the topography. So this is available up to 20 acres. That's the land development module. Another way of doing that is to use the same concept. In the same concept, you will go and select to do a new project, a new land development, but you will further define it. This is the land development with a polygon, right? So we do the polygon one. And let's focus to an area. And you could basically go here and do the same thing. You can actually do what I'm doing here. Just zoom into a section, and you notice that maybe I want to go and drag this area and develop this section, right? So I draw a polygon. I would draw a polygon here, 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 and here, and still limited to 20 acres, right? So this is that. And simply I can say, create a project. It would do exactly the same thing. This could be on a mountain, this could be in a desert, it could be anywhere. The only difference is we might not have aerial photography on the desert or the mountain. But that's how easy it is to take a chunk of land, do a site plan for it, and then take it out, export it out, develop it, or however you wish to do so. Another method of doing this is also with the ability to go in and develop a site plan using specialized codes. What's the specialized code? Let's say you are a land developer, and this is the special code here, and you have 200 pieces of property that have not been assigned an APN number to it yet, but they've been divided. You can come to us and say, these are my property plans, these are my land, this is the stuff that we have. Give me a special land development code. We give you a development code When you click on it, you select the code itself, and then it will basically zoom into that section as if it has boundaries and properties and lets you develop it further. These are the values that we add in for multiple ways to get a site plan, get a project plan, help you as a designer and architect and a builder to get the data you want. Available in the US with a lot of data, in Canada with some less data, in Australia with adequate data, and also New Zealand with adequate data. So all of these are available and also available rest of the world, but not as much data. Right? So wanted to make sure you understand there's many different options to do land development, project development, and site planning.